Lil Scrappy was let go from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta after he threatened Khaotic. A detailed look at the drama. In the world of reality television, personalities frequently collide, and public feuds are not only prevalent but actively encouraged in order to boost viewers. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is one of the most infamous reality television shows that feeds on these particular dynamics. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has kept audiences hooked throughout the years with its intriguing stories, violent confrontations, and the complicated lives of hip-hop's elite, or at least those who claim to be special. Lil Scrappy, a rapper who has a long history in Atlanta's hip-hop culture and is well known to fans of the franchise, is one of the most important individuals in the show's history. However, in recent months, Scrappy's time on the show has been questioned as he was said to have had a dispute with another cast member, Khaotic, which allegedly resulted in his termination. This occurrence, which may appear to be chaotic and public, is yet another example of the strong emotions that reality television can provoke, and the sometimes disastrous effects it can have on a person's career and relationships. Lil Scrappy's rise, an overview of his career and influence on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Lil Scrappy, whose real name is Daryl Kevin Richardson II, became well known in the early 2000s as a protege of the Atlanta rapper Lil Jon. Scrappy's hard-hitting and gritty rhyming style, along with his connection to the crunk music genre, helped him find a place for himself in the competitive world of Southern rap. His first album, Bred to Die Born to Live, was released in 2006 and was somewhat successful. He then released a number of mixtapes and joint projects, which helped him establish himself as a prominent figure in the Atlanta rap scene. Scrappy's music was not the only thing that brought him recognition from the mainstream. He became a member of the cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in 2012. The show was becoming more famous at the time because of its interesting combination of music, drama, and personal tales. Scrappy's arrival to the show made it feel more real and gave it more street cred. His relationship with Erica Dixon, a fellow cast member, was volatile and on again, off again, which kept viewers riveted to their screens. His encounters with other cast members, including Rashida, K. Michelle and Stevie J, became some of the most talked about moments in the show's history. Lil Scrappy became a fan favorite on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because of his uncensored attitude and his willingness to be open and honest, even when it made him look weak. His unfiltered nature was something that fans could relate to, especially in a world when many celebrities are notorious for pretending to be somebody they are not. However, much like every other reality television star, Scrappy's stint on the show was not without its share of scandals. The show's dramatic landscape, how conflict affects things. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has always been successful because it is able to highlight genuine human emotions, especially those that come from the hip-hop community. The play revolves around the major themes of relationships, betrayals, money, and power, which frequently make it difficult to distinguish between what is real and what is staged. Cast members frequently find themselves in intense situations, where arguments, personal relationships, and commercial dealings are all filmed for the audience to see. Conflict is a necessary component of a show like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. If it is not present, ratings decrease and narratives become stagnant. Lil Scrappy has had his fair share of conflicts. The show has been given a multitude of storylines due to his rocky relationship with Erica Dixon, his troubled relationship with his mother Mama D, and his constant struggles within the Atlanta hip-hop community. However, what happens when the dispute gets so overwhelming that even the creators of the show cannot handle it? This leads us to the dispute of his supposed confrontation with Khaotic. The Khaotic incident. What took place? Khaotic, who is not as well known but still a controversial player in the Atlanta rap community, joined the cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in a later season. Khaotic immediately became a controversial character on the show due to his street-smart attitude and his unrepentant approach to life. Some admirers liked his straightforward manner, but others thought he was rude, and that he disrupted the way things were already working. Although the precise circumstances of the altercation between Lil Scrappy and Khaotic are not entirely clear, rumors indicate that it was the result of a quarrel that had been growing between the two guys. Both of them were part of the same social circles in the Atlanta rap scene, and it was said that the animosity between them had been growing for a while. According to sources with knowledge of the matter, the two guys got into a furious disagreement while filming the show. Scrappy allegedly threatened Khaotic, telling him to stay in his lane and not to mess with him, after what began as a verbal exchange swiftly escalated. Witnesses said that Scrappy lost his temper and threatened Khaotic in a way that many people thought was unusually harsh for the rapper, who is typically calm and collected. It was said that the threat was unsettling, prompting others on set to step in and de-escalate the situation before it turned physical. The love and hip-hop community was buzzing about the confrontation almost immediately. Fans flooded social media with speculation about what had transpired, and many were surprised to see Scrappy, a man who had presented himself as a family man and someone who was street-smart and calm, react in such an explosive manner. The aftermath: fired from the show. The fallout of the incident was quick, as is the case with every significant scandal in the world of reality television. The producers of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, who depend on drama to drive the show's storylines, had to make a rapid decision about how to deal with the consequences of Scrappy's behavior. After the altercation with Khaotic, rumors quickly spread that Lil Scrappy had been let go from the show. Although the producers did not make a public announcement about the firing, sources within the production indicated that Scrappy's activities were seen as a liability to the brand. In a show that relies on drama, it might be difficult to tell the difference between amusing conflict and actual violence. Although Scrappy's behavior was consistent with the show's high-energy dynamics, it exceeded a limit that the producers could not ignore. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta had previously dealt with cast members who behaved in a way that was too irregular for the network's standards. In the past, stars such as Stevie J, Jocelyn Hernandez, and K. Michelle have tested the limits of what is considered appropriate on reality television. On the other hand, Scrappy's circumstance appeared to be different. His threat against Khaotic, along with the aftermath of the incident, resulted in a number of private conversations on his future on the show. Responses from fans and other cast members. Many fans of the show, particularly those who had been following Lil Scrappy's journey from the start, were stunned by the news that he had allegedly been fired. Fans expressed their disappointment on social media, with many of them asking for Scrappy to come back to the program. One fan tweeted, "Scrappy is the heart of the show. From the very beginning he has been there. This is insane." Others were less understanding, claiming that his actions were inappropriate for an adult and that they cast a negative light on the show's reputation. Another admirer said, "Nobody wants to see someone threatening other people on television. Safety is the most important thing now. Ratings don't matter anymore." A few of Scrappy's fellow cast members also shared their opinions. Mama D, who is Scrappy's mother and a frequent on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, voiced her worries about the issue, but she was also quick to stand up for her son. She made a series of postings on Instagram where she repeated that Scrappy's behavior was not typical of him and that he was just protecting himself in a stressful environment. On the other hand, some of the other people on the show, including Khaotic, did not say anything about the confrontation, possibly because they were worried that it would make the situation worse. However, it was obvious that the program needed to deal with the situation if it was to continue with its typical frenetic energy. Lil Scrappy's moment of change. This incident is a major turning point in Lil Scrappy's career. The rapper, who was previously a key member of the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta family, is now at a point in his life where he must make an important decision. Since a large part of his public image has been connected to the reality series, getting fired from the show could have an effect on his reputation. Scrappy has not made any public comments about his firing, but it is certain that this moment of heated disagreement will have long-lasting consequences. It is yet uncertain if he will be able to revive his career, whether it be in the music industry or on reality television. However, one thing is for sure, this fight with Khaotic will always be a part of his history on the show. In conclusion, the unpredictable nature of reality TV. Lil Scrappy's removal from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta following the supposed incident with Khaotic is a reminder of how unpredictable and often unstable reality television can be. These shows are successful because of the tension, but they are also delicate ecosystems that depend on a precise balance between drama and responsibility. Lil Scrappy has seen both successes and failures during this phase of his career, and the future is unpredictable. However, one thing is certain, reality television may be staged to some extent, but the emotions and repercussions that come with it are extremely genuine.